Hey Jasmine, this is your math lesson. I talked to Miss Amy and she thought you were pretty close to this lesson, so I'm not sure if I got it right or if we'll be jumping ahead a couple skills or if we'll be reviewing a couple skills. So let me know if I'm starting out way in the wrong spot, but we'll give this one a try. So I left a folder full of these math lessons for you to do side B. I'm going to teach you on side A. You do not have to do anything on side A. Side B, I want you to take a picture and hand it in, okay? It's sitting at the school, and if you need help getting it, why don't you email me or respond back and I'll help you get a hold of that, okay? So, if it's easier for you to just give me your answers in the comments or to write them down on a piece of paper and take a picture and hand that in, that's fine too. Do what you gotta do. Okay, so number one, draw a 63 millimeter line segment. So remember, the side with the shorter measurements is the centimeter sign, and the itty bitty ones, there are 10 of them in every centimeter, those are the millimeters, right? So if you don't have a ruler at home, that's fine. What did I say, 63? That's fine. We'll get you one. This is 6 centimeters, so that means it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 millimeters. And then we need 1, 2, 3 of those individual little millimeters. Put a dot, connect them, and write your name. Measure this line segment in millimeters again. So, line the dot up with the first measurement line, and I can see this is 80, it's not quite 90, it's probably 89 millimeters. Number 1 says, James had 639 hockey cards. George had 273 hockey cards. Circle the number that shows the closest estimate of the total number of cards the two boys have. So when we estimate, and it looks like we're estimating to the nearest 100, right? When we estimate, we're going to go to the nearest 100. So it's going to be like rounding. So 639, is it closer to 600 or 700? Because that's what it's between, 600 and 700. The 39, the 30 part, tells me it's closer to 600. If it had been 50 or more, then I would go to 700. But this is closer to 600. George has 273. Okay, 73 tells me to go to 200 or 300. Which one? If it's over 50, go up to 300. So 600 plus 300, how many total do they have? Close to 900. So why did you choose this answer? You rounded to the nearest 100. Sorry, hope I'm staying on the page for you there, kiddo. Okay, writing a check. I'm not sure if you've practiced this with Miss Amy or not, so I'm going to walk you through it, okay? So, up here you write your name, because this is who the check is from. Date. What is the date? January 18th. 10-18-2020. This is who the check is to. So you can write this to whoever you want. Let's write it to Mrs. Musselman. I'd be okay with that. Okay. And we're writing it for $194. That's where this goes. And 35 cents. Now we're going to put that in words right here. So 194, I'm not going to check your spelling on this, just get it close, dollars. And also they never give me enough room to write all this, so you'll find that maybe you have to write it a little small. And 35 over 100. So that means 35 cents out of $1, right? Or 35 out of 100 cents. So that just is the same as this decimal right here. Whatever the cents is, you put it over 100. And then you sign your name here. And if you can, you should use cursive. They like you to use cursive on this, okay? Next, fill in the missing, oh, this memo thing, you don't have to write in this one, but this helps you to remember what you wrote the check for later on if you need to. So say this was, we were having lunch together and you were paying Miss Musselman for lunch, okay? We would write a note like that, okay? Fill in the missing numbers in the sequence and write the rule. So we have to see what the pattern is, okay? So it's going from 10 to 16. That means we're adding 6, 16 to 15, subtracting 1, 15 to 21, adding 6, 21 to 20, subtracting 1. I think you see our pattern now. 20 to 26, we add 6. So plus 6 minus 1, plus 6 minus 1, plus 6. Now we're going to minus 1. 26 minus 1 is 25. Add 6. 31. Minus 1. 30. Add 6. 36. So the rule, you're going to write down whatever the pattern was. The pattern was plus 6 minus 1. And you just figure that out over here with what they gave you. List the first, this says 12, I accidentally crossed it out. List the first 12 multiples of 5 and 6. So we're going to do count bys, okay? 5 and 6. 5 is an easy one. You've been doing that since you were in kindergarten. So 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. You know how to do that one. Now 6. If you need to get a calculator out, you can. Or if you need to just start doing some addition problems on the side, you can do that too. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 6 is, what are we at, 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. 30 plus 6 is 36, and so on. Keep going all the way to 12. Let me see what they're going to give you. They're going to give you 4 and 9. So we're going to count by 4, and we're going to count by 9. Okay? You can use a calculator on that if you need to, or like I said, you just keep adding 4, or you just keep adding 9. What is the smallest or least common multiple? Oh, okay, gotcha. So let's see here. We're going to go a little further. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. 36 plus 6 is 42. 42 plus 6 is 48. Now, I can tell because I was looking for it that there is a least common multiple here. And what that means is we're going to see the smallest number that they have in common. So 5, nope. 10, nope. 15, nope. 20, nope. 25, No, 24. 30. They both have 30, don't they? That's the first multiple that they have in common. The least or the smallest multiple that they have in common. Tarsha's party will begin at 3:45. 3:45. I wish I had been able to send your math journal home with you. So 3:45. I'm going to check and see which one you have tomorrow. 3:15. Okay. So 3:45 is when a fourth of the clock goes by. We will be at 4 o'clock. So that means a 3:45 is pointing to the 9. And it's not quite 4 o'clock yet. So the shorthand, the hour hand, is not quite at 4 o'clock yet. Now it's a 3:45. Tomorrow you're going to have a quarter past. That means it's going to be past whatever the hour is and a quarter of the clock past. Show this time on the clock. So that means it's 3, because it's not to the 4 yet, 3:45. Down at the bottom. Estimate each sum, then find the exact sum using mental math. I'm not going to hold you to this one right here. I'm fine if you work on the side of your paper because I do the same thing. Okay? So first we're going to round. 68, if we go between 60 and 70, it's closer to 70. 54, 4 tells us to go down to 50. 70 plus 50, 7 plus 5 is 12, 0 plus 0 is 0. I don't know how much mental math you've been doing, so, and rounding for that matter. So if this is new, we'll back it up a little bit when we're together again, okay? Tell me if this is too tricky. I'm not sure if you've been using it. 214, that is closest to 200 if we're going to go between 200 and 300, right? And 378, if we're going between 300 and 400, it's closer to 400 because this is more than 50. 200 plus 400 is 600. Last one over here. Let's go to the nearest 100 again. 673, 73 bigger or smaller than 50? Since it's bigger, we go up to 700. 327, is 27 bigger or smaller than 50? Since it's smaller, we go down to 300 because it's between 300 and 400. 700 plus 300 is 1,000. So let's go over, let's see. Oh, I think I also stuck some graph paper in your folder that I'm sending home with you. So use this if it's helpful, okay? So now we're going to add the real numbers and get a real total and see if it was close to our estimated total. So this one is 68 plus 54. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 plus 5 is 11, and 1 more is 12. So, oh, you know what? I think I was supposed to do the rounding down here. That makes sense. Oh well. When you do the rounding, put the 70 and 50 down here and the 120 there. And then we'll put our real answer here. But whatever. 122 is our real answer. Next. 214 plus 378. 8 plus 4, 12, carry the 1. 7 plus 1 plus 1 is 9. And 3 plus 2 is 5. 592. That's pretty close to 600, so we must have been right. And 122 is close enough to 120. That we're probably right on our rounding there too. Okay, last one, 673 plus 327. 7 plus 3, 10. 7 plus 2 is 9, and 1 more, 10. 6 plus 3 is 9, and 1 more is 10. That one was right on. So we must have done well on our rounding on that one too. Okay, dear. If you can get your papers from the school, go ahead and do side B. If you can't get them right now, let me know and I can help you get them. Or write your answers down on another sheet of paper and take a picture of that, or put your answers in the comments or something like that. And if you can, I'd like to see your scratch work too. Talk to you soon.